Happy Sunday once again, boys and girls. It's good to be here on a regular Sunday without a doubleheader going on. We are here just for our watch-along tonight, and we're going to do an Armageddon 2003. We have not gotten to this one yet. I was curious about it. I remember ordering it the night that it aired. I know Triple H, I think, wins the championship, and this is a very, very big night for Evolution. Beyond that, I don't really know what else is on here. I think is it Randy Orton and Shawn? I think it's Randy Orton and Shawn and Batista and Flair win the tags or something like that. So it's a very Evolution-heavy pay-per-view as we head into the end of 2003 here, heading into 2004. And, of course, Goldberg here losing the title, and he would be gone from the company shortly thereafter. So this should be an interesting one to watch. I remember very little about this show, but when I was thinking about which watch-along to do tonight, looking at the Starcades, looking at the Armageddons, this one kind of stood out as probably the best option. And we should, it's not guaranteed, but we should have one more watch-along left next week, 1 week from tonight. But I'm not sure about that, if I'm going to work or not due to the Christmas holiday and me being off for World's End. Got to figure that out. So I'm not totally sure if this is going to be the final watch-along of the year or not. It might be. If not, we'll do a Starcade next Sunday. But Armageddon 2003 it is today, this could be our final ever Peacock watch-along. If we're here next week will be our final one, but this very well could be it. In the month of January, we are going to be moving over to the WWE Vault channel and watching matches or shows that are available over there. But for the month of January, we're going to be doing matches every week. So we're going to pick a combination of matches, and every Sunday in January, we're going to watch those matches. And some of those matches might include Royal Rumbles because it is Royal Rumble month next month. So that's what we're going to be doing next month as we head into 2026. And we've wrapped up another fun year of watch-alongs here on the channel. And like I said, we may or may not be here 1 week from tonight on the 28th. But tonight it is Armageddon 2003. This one I think has been recommended by you guys a few times, and we're finally now getting to it. So I'll do some shout-outs in the chat here in just a second. While I'm doing that and getting ready, you guys go over to Peacock for maybe the final time. You're going to want to find Armageddon Season 4, Episode 1. The runtime, according to Peacock, is pretty short. It's only 2 hours and 33 minutes and 20 seconds. And in just a couple of minutes, we will all hit play together. Once we do that, that timer right there begins to run. So if you experience any interruptions over on Peacock, you can always sync back up with the timer. I have killed all the ads on this video, so this is presented commercial-free here for YouTube. So hopefully everybody can follow along with no issues. And next week will be a little bit different, or I'm sorry, next month will be a little different when we do matches. We're going to be restarting the timer for each match if we're doing a combination of matches from WWE and WCW's Vault channel. So we're going to be providing links in the description to each match. That way you can just click on the next one and we'll hit play together just like we do here normally for regular pay-per-views. So that is the plan for January. And while you guys are getting all set up with your Peacocks, let me just say hello to everyone who I can see in here so far. Actually, I want to, since this just came in right now, I want to send out a massive thank you to our boy, Brandon McNeil, Big Funds HC, sending out and gifting 10, count them, 10 channel memberships to a bunch of people down below: Joe Brill, Chris Douglas, Default, Kevin Plays, Gentleman, Dear Henow, Shorts Middleton, Harry Rice, Jacob the Zombie Fighter. Or wait, you might not have gotten one. But everybody else did. That is awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for that, Brandon. Shout out to Big Funds HC for gifting out 10 channel memberships. Merry Christmas to all of you. Good to see. We've got Ryan Adams is in the house. Awesome. Paul Carpenter is here letting us know that this is the first year since 2001 that there has not been a Hell in a Cell match. That's interesting. We got Melissa in the house. We have Tatanani. Man, I know. I saw the Lions lost again. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that because, I mean, I hate Aaron Rodgers and I hate that they lost to the Steelers, but I'm not really feeling it for the Lions this year. I believe they're now like 8-5 or maybe even 8-6 or whatever they are. Doesn't sound like they're really going to be in the title hunt, so I don't have to worry about it. I promised myself I was going to watch more football this year, and I did not. I gave less than a shit than I did last year. So I just stopped caring a long time ago. And with the Lions, last year was a little nerve-wracking because they were so good and there was so much promise. This year, I've already given up on them, so I didn't even care that they lost today. And I watched zero football whatsoever, didn't even check any scores other than the Lions game because I just don't care, to be honest. I've definitely changed. 15 years ago, I was so submerged in NFL, now I couldn't give two shits. I don't know what happened. YouTube happened. Mike Rouse, good to see you. We All Pro Wrestling. I didn't even see what I know it was a nail biter with the Lions and the Steelers. I think Lions only lost by 5. They might have gotten fucked over by the refs, but story of the Lions' lives. I'm used to them losing, so them losing a lot of games this year is right on par with what I'm used to. So I don't really care. Good to see Ray Fran. Texans winning 7 in a row. Right on. Well, good for them. Ryan Adams, got you. Awesome. Welcome back. Glad to see you. Zane G is here as well. David Brown. We got Rodrigo. I may or may not have gotten you. George Morris is here with his token 5. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? And how is Tito and Elizabeth? We are doing a watch-along for January 5th Raw. And what about the Royal Rumble? 2 p.m. for you. Well, I was thinking the Royal Rumble was going to be on much earlier. If the Royal Rumble starts at 11 a.m. here on the West Coast, we can probably do a watch-along for that when they're in Saudi. Even though I'll have to wake up a little bit early, a watch-along is not out of the question for the Royal Rumble. But at the very least, we're getting a review. But I think we can probably squeeze in a watch-along that day. I'll just have to suck it up and be a man and get up early. Also, January 5th Raw, yes, we will definitely do a watch-along for the January 5th Raw because that's going to be a big show. And I think we did one for the... Oh, that's right. I think the January 6th Raw this past year, I'm pretty sure my power went out. Pretty sure the power went out, and I came up maybe to do a review, but I had planned to do a watch-along, and then 2 minutes before I went live, the power went out, and there was an outage in the whole, there was like a car accident, hit a transformer or something, and lost power for like an hour and a half and missed most of the show. I had to watch it on my phone in my dark, empty house, which was... super annoying. So, yeah, we'll do a watch-along this year for sure. Michael Games is here. Good to see the Juliet. We got Serge here as well. Michael Cuomo. Also, Ben Espinoza. Good to see you. Just Smitty is here. Jacob, believe I've got you. And shout out to all of the people, Chris Douglas, and everybody else that received a membership from Brandon. I appreciate that. Ricky Zalvadar, good to see you. I really hate that YouTube is giving us your handles instead of your channel names because it's been really annoying. Anyway, all right. Well, we've got all the shout-outs done, at least for now. Let's go ahead and fire up Armageddon 2003. Like I said, Season 4, Episode 1. And guys, this could be the final watch-along on Peacock that we ever do because next Sunday, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be home or not. So we may or may not be here next week. But it's been a great run. It's been like, 4 years, I think, now of watch-alongs that we've been doing. I think we started them in 2021-ish, something like that. And we've done a lot of shows over these years. And unless the library winds up in its entirety over here on YouTube, then I don't know how these watch-alongs are going to look going forward. But it's been a blast. I don't have my trusty 805s tonight. I went across the street to my local 7-Eleven to look for some. All they had was tall cans. So I had to settle for Pacifico, which I do like, but I prefer my 805s. But I'm drinking Pacifico tonight. Try to hide the label so it just looks like I'm drinking one of them Barg's root beers. And let's get going on Armageddon 2003. Wait, before we do that, let me say hi to Vontae. Thanks for the $5. What's up, Greg? I meant to say that WWE Holiday Tour next Friday in Baltimore is your last show. Oh, okay. That was from your comment, I believe, yesterday, that you're going to, well, I guess that's a live event, WWE Holiday Tour in Baltimore. You're going to Baltimore to have big fun. Is that what you're going to do, Vontae? You're going to go to Baltimore to have big fun? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm happy that that's going to be your last show for a while, and I don't blame you because shit's getting expensive, bro. All right, well, let's do this now. Armageddon 2003. Let me get my fingers ready on the buttons here, and we're going to go 3, 2, 1, play. That's how we do it here, and most of you are already aware of that. All right, there's the timer. There's the play button. Let me just position. All right, I'm positioned. Are you guys positioned? You guys want to come over to my house and go over some of those positions? Never mind. Let's just do it. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Nailed it. Oh. Rise. Lillian, I hope you sing it in Spanish. All right, so for some reason, here at the beginning of Armageddon, we're opening up with the Star Spangled Banner. I don't know why. For this, is this a patriotic show or something? I don't know. I don't know why we're doing this. It's 2 years after 9/11. All right, so Lillian is belting out. Lillian looking gorgeous, by the way. She is belting out the our country's theme song. All right, I'm glad everybody understood the Baltimore Big Fun reference. All right. If you know, you know. Yeah, no video package. Yeah, you get it, Lillian. I love Lillian Garcia. I'm such a mark for her. All right, this is in Orlando, this show. $12,672 on hand. They had a buy rate of 200,000. This was on December 14th, 2003, so 22 years ago in Orlando, Florida at the TD Waterhouse Center. Where's that? Where the Magic play? Yeah, that's definitely where. That's the old building, guys. I remember those lights that go around the. So is that the same building? The Orlando Magic play in the same building that they played in like 1990? Because that's where the Royal Rumble was when Hogan and Warrior got together in 90. I'm assuming it's a different arena by now, right? But I could be wrong. I think it's the same place. All right, so we're getting a video package. Don't worry. We're not getting the end is near, or the end is here. And then in 2001, they didn't do Armageddon because of 9/11. They were supposed to do Armageddon, but then they changed the name to Vengeance. I guess as to maybe not to offend, maybe Armageddon was too harsh of a name to use so fresh after. I mean, the Twin Towers were still smoldering at that point. Oh, shit. Rumor has it Dom injured his shoulder last night at the AAA show. That's one thing we don't need for Dom right now is an injury to knock him out, not when he is so white hot like this. Oh, that would be a bummer. I did watch a little bit of that AAA show. Great crowd on hand. Wrestling is over as hell in Mexico right now. Jesus. They outdrew WWE. Or CMLL did, I think. It sounds like it's the APA's theme music. I feel like I can't even tell what song they're playing here. Oh my, we're starting right into it here with Mark Henry. The stage is on fire. I remember this is the song, or this beat is what they used for WrestleMania 16 3 years earlier, the WrestleMania 2000. California. It was in Anaheim. And then they recycled this to turn it into like a Teddy Long theme. And Teddy Long would come out to this for years, didn't he? 14,000 for AAA last night. Good grief. Fucking Dynamite had like 11,000 this past Wednesday over in England. So this is Mark Henry and Booker T. I don't even remember these two guys ever having a match, and it looks like they had a full-blown feud here. I went to a couple shows, maybe 3 or 4 shows I went to in 2003, and one of them was near the end of the year. I know there's like an Intercontinental title change on the show. Goldberg in a cast. It was in Fayetteville. Yeah, next tomorrow's Raw and this Friday's SmackDown have already been taped. We touched on the spoilers a little bit. Big title change this week on SmackDown. Log on to the worldwide interweb and search SmackDown spoilers if you'd like to know what that title change is. Otherwise, just wait a week and find out. We got 2 Texans here. Booker T and Mark Henry. I'm a big fan of both. Maybe more so Booker than Mark Henry. But they are both, like, you think about them today and, like, whenever either one of them has any sort of opinion to give, how fucking brain dead they both are. But that's okay. I'm not going to hold that against him. I liked Mark in his prime. I liked Booker in his prime. I think they're both kind of like as equally dumb as Bully Ray, just without the attitude. You know, they got a little bit of an attitude to him, but Bully is such a douchebag, like just a full-blown, smelly, steaming douchebag. These guys aren't. They're nice enough, but they have incredibly stupid opinions. Especially Booker. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't remember much about these two guys having a program together, so this is kind of cool. Booker and Henry. I guess this is a Raw feud. I'm assuming we got a SmackDown crew out there too? Who were the SmackDown announcers back in 2003? Was it Cole and Taz? Michael Cole, E-Taz? Or no, this is just a Raw pay-per-view. Oh, yeah, this is probably a Raw-only pay-per-view. Is that what they were doing back then? Yeah, definitely, because there's Tie-Dye Guy, because their Spanish guys are at ringside. Lawler and King are probably up on the stage there. Yeah, that's right. So this is a Raw-only pay-per-view. Can't believe they were having brand-exclusive pay-per-views back then. That went on forever, too, didn't it? I feel like the announcer's audio is very low. Good to see Tie-Dye Guy. He was always at the Florida shows. I did see a little bit of Rob Grisham's interview, and I did see what he said about Bully. I saw some of the things he said about Vince McMahon as well. If you want to get any idea of what a shill Bully Ray is like on Tuesday when they had that botch that Thea Hale won the title from Blake Monroe, he tweets out, "She was a high-cross body and he pinned her. End of story." I'm like, dude, don't be so fucking obtuse. Don't be deliberately disingenuous like that. I'm like, my God. Like, if that was AEW, he'd have a 3-paragraph fucking essay to write about how Tony Khan's got to get a hold of his people and all that. You know, in WWE, it's like, hey, fans, don't pay attention to that botch. No, it was supposed to happen. It's fucking MAGA energy, you know? It's like, no, it's fake news. La, 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 la. There's no botch. It was no botch. It was all perfect. It was all planned. I'm like, we know it wasn't planned. It was out instantly, you know? You could tell. WWE basically let you know. And now they got to scramble and fix it all. And here's Bully just shilling. Oh, no, it's just the way it was all totally planned. It's the way it was supposed to be. WWE doesn't have botches. There's only one company in the entire world that has botches, and that's AEW. Nobody else. I'm like, do you hear yourself? He's such a douchebag. One of the least likable people in all of wrestling is Bully Ray. Blowhard is a good word for him. He's just red-faced and stupid. Pontificating. Acting like this business, this wonderfully fun form of entertainment that we're watching here is brain surgery, rocket science. It's so easy to understand. It's so easy to know what you're watching when it comes to wrestling, and he's dissecting it like he's some sort of genius. So annoying. I am really rooting for Booker in this match, but I mean, we're only in 2003. I'm trying to think of Mark Henry's career path. Sometimes trips me up a bit. After Sexual Chocolate, what was the transition from Chocolate to what we see now? Was he gone for a while? Did he go back to OVW or something and come back with the braids? I don't remember even when the braids started showing up on Mark. I remember Booker, because Booker started doing it in WCW right at the end, started twisting his hair, and then they grew out to the locks that he has now. But Henry doing his hair like that, I don't remember. Was he even around for 2002? Was he even around for the Invasion? I don't think Mark Henry was even around for the Invasion angle. Was he hurt? Where the hell was he? I'm having trouble remembering anything that Mark Henry did after the Royal Rumble 2000 when Mae Young flashed her titties to us and he was out there. That was almost 4 years before this. I don't remember what he did for the rest of 2000 or what he did in 2001 or what he did in 2002. I can't remember any of it, y'all. Oh, man. Mark might have broke the ring. That was extremely loud. Yeah, I know Mark was in OVW for a time, but there ain't no way he was there for 3 years. So if he was in or had some appearances in 2001 or 02, I don't remember. And it would be a few years until he'd win the world title, right? I think we're still several years away from that happening. Mark always hated to be ribbed. Oof. You got him, Booker. Go to the top and do that somersault leg drop of yours. Which I love, but I would not want to take that move. I'm like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Nice. Spiny. If you guys want more of your watch-along fix, there are 2 exclusive videos up on Patreon right now, free to everyone. All you have to do is join the Patreon page, and you can access all the content I post over there. I posted a watch-along of the 1987 Slammy Awards and Christmas Eve edition of WWF Action Zone from 1995. Both videos are up on Patreon right now. Link is in the description, and you can watch them. And over on Patreon, I can include all the footage, so you don't have to follow along. There's no timer. There's no bullshit. You can just watch me, watch the show, and I'm going to be posting more stuff over there. And it's all going to be free for at least the next year. And then if we build the audience, in 2027, we'll look about paywalling some shit. But I'm not going to do any of that for a while. I want it to all be free and everybody get a chance to view it. You can still donate over there if you want, but you're not obligated to. I have no idea who wins this match. No idea. I don't know if they're pushing Mark or if they're pushing Book. I don't really know what Booker T did all year outside of his WrestleMania 19 match with Triple H that he lost. There's a scissor kick. Nice. I don't remember anything Booker did from WrestleMania to here in 2003. Yes. Scissor kick. Did it. Can you dig it, sucker? Why, yes, I can. Good. Well, I was rooting for Booker. Oh, did we sing the national anthem because this is when we got Saddam? I don't remember. When did we get Saddam? Okay, so he was in the Arnold Strongman Classic in 01 before returning in 02. Okay. Yeah, 8 years from now is when he's world champion. I figured it was like 2011, right? 2011? Yeah. That's right. Booker T is going to have RVD as a teammate. I think they're going to work WrestleMania in a tag match, right? Rodrigo, can I do the Spinaroonie? Of course I can. What kind of question is that?
Actually, Eric, we just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for making this battle of the sexes against Lita and Trish tonight, because you saw last week. They embarrassed us.
I'm sorry?
They cost us the tag team titles we had them.
Jericho and Christian against Lita and Trish?
Shiny Canadian dollar. But the really big picture here is Lita embarrassed me in front of all my peeps. She embarrassed me. You know how I feel about Lita. The only reason she's still here is so you two can embarrass her any way you see fit. So have a good time out there. Listen, I still want to tell you what I think about this.
So Jericho is kind of starting to turn babyface here, right? He's feeling bad. He started really falling for Trish, and then he felt bad that she found out about the bet for the Canadian dollar, right? Oh, here comes Foley. Hey, wait a minute, Foley. Didn't you say you were not associating with WWE anymore? And here you are out in a suit. Remember when, who was it? Was it Foley and JBL? They did like a debate like during the election one year. So it must have been the 04 election. It was Kerry and Bush. And I think they had a Foley and JBL like debate on Raw or something. But Foley's out here in a suit, looking spiffy.
WWE pay-per-views at my buddy Chris's house in Seaford, New York. But I'm not in Seaford, New York tonight. I'm right here in Orlando, Florida.
Right here in Orlando, Florida. What's he here to do?
Where I will bring to you my first pay-per-view as co-manager of Raw.
He's the co-manager of Raw with Bischoff? I hate co-manager shit. How many times have they done co-managers?
Really good news.
Oh, that's right, because at Survivor Series, right? Austin's team lost, so he's gone.
Including the board of directors of WWE, just how badly we want Stone Cold back on Raw. And I think you'll agree with me that that news is cause for celebration. And I wonder, I wonder if there happens to be anybody backstage who might be able to join me in a small celebration. I wonder.
I wonder. Oh, there's Stacy out in a cheerleading outfit. Look at Foley. He's like, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Look at Foley. I love when Foley gets excited and he kind of like does a little dance, standing in place. If you go to your bookshelf in your house, pull off your Webster's dictionary there, look up the word perfect, you will see a picture of Stacy Keibler. See the very definition of the word. Well, thanks for the cartwheel, Stacy. You're a very good cartwheeler. And now Foley's got to do one. You need to do one, Foley. Cartwheel. You can do it. Foley just bumps. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, that's right, because Foley is going to be feuding with Randy Orton. This is probably all kicking off right now, right? Because they'll work the Mania 20 match, and then they'll work that crazy Backlash match that I watched in a bar. Watching Randy take that thumbtack bump, I'm like, oh, welcome to pro wrestling, Randy Orton. That was your initiation. Chris, thanks for the $5, Greg. I know you saw that emotional Tell Me a Lie video earlier today. If you need to talk to anyone about how emotional that made you, you have my number. Yes, on that Action Zone Patreon exclusive that I told you about, I did react to the Tell Me a Lie video. Shawn Michaels tribute video from 1995. It was very sad. Longtime WWE fan named Jim Johnson made that song, according to Todd Pettengill, anyway.
That hand later tonight when you count the 1, 2, 3 in my victory over RVD.
Okay, so Foley is a referee for RVD and Randy later tonight? Okay.
What I'm really out here to talk about, Mick, is the fact that the party is over. You see, Stone Cold is gone, and he's gone for good, because I won that match at Survivor Series. Mick, your stupid petition is done. It's over. You see, it is time for Randy Orton to collect what he came here to collect. And Mick Foley,
Stacy Keibler is still 2 years younger than me, by the way.
Continental Championship. Well, Randy, it certainly appears as if you want to go. Wait a minute.
Foley, that is a very baggy shirt. Oh.
So if you want it so bad, I don't see any damn reason why we can't have that match right now.
Yeah, you're out. You're in your gear, full gear. Might as well bring out RVD. This might be a
Out there, we're waiting on you. Showtime.
showtime. Speaking of RVD, here comes Rob Van Dam. So Rob Van Dam, I am pretty sure, oh, maybe he doesn't. It's on my fucking thumbnail. I can find out the finish of this match if I just look at my thumbnail, which I somehow can't remember. Yeah. So Randy Orton must win the Intercontinental title here. Jacob, I don't remember if I've done a watch-along to that Backlash or not. I think we might have. We're not going to be able to do it unless it's available on YouTube. I don't think so. I think I might have had it scheduled or something. We got 05 on here, 01. '03, 99. I have a memory of us maybe going to do it. Like, I remember making a thumbnail for it. So it's either one of those shows we lost due to technical difficulties, or I was going to do it and we didn't. I got to look into that. But yeah, Backlash 04. Ray is saying we did do it. I've lost about 5 or 6 watch-alongs due to copyright crap or things like that. That might just be one of them. I mean, that's a pretty badass match if you think about it. Randy Orton and RVD, it's a shame they didn't have more of a... They had a few matches, because didn't Randy Orton beat Rob Van Dam again in a match that, like... It was like Loser Leave Town match or something like that? Or maybe it wasn't Loser Leave Town, it was just the last we saw of Rob in WWE for a while. But I feel like that's got to be a ways off, because RVD sticks around all the way through 2007 or 8 or something. Yeah, we did Backlash 2001, definitely. I just saw that one. Yeah, the commentary audio is low. I've noticed the same thing. Oh, I like how Rob leapt or leapt. I'm looking through all my thumbnails. I save everything that I do. So I'm looking at all my Backlash thumbnails. I'm not seeing the 2004 one, though. Maybe that was one I ditched. Maybe that was on the old... Here we go. Oh, there it is. We did do it. Yeah. Check it out. So this was, we did this a few years ago, but the video was not on my channel. I knew I remembered making the thumbnail. So we have done Backlash 2004. And let me look at the properties. Let me see when that thumbnail was created. It was created in April of 2022. So we did it 3.5 years ago. But I think we might have lost that video for some reason. I just don't know what that reason would be. Another thing I like about a match like this, too, is that I'm a sucker for, like, a good Intercontinental Championship match on a pay-per-view between two, like, great wrestlers. And this is the very definition of that. I don't even think Mick Foley's even needed. What did Rob Van Dam do in... Oh, I guess he was hurt. I'm like, what did RVD do in 2005? Was he in the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania? And I know he was hurt for One Night Stand because he was out. He did a promo in like a leg brace or something. So I guess in 05 he was hurt. 06 he won the title. I don't remember what he did much in 04. Oh! God, that drop kick. Standing dropkick on the floor, perfectly executed to the face of Rob Van Dam. Look at this. Watch this dropkick. Look at this. Boom. Oh, my God. That was just... I mean, I can see why WWE, I think at this time in 2003, they're looking at Randy, and Vince has got a raging hard-on for him. He's like, this is going to be the man right here. And they were kind of right. I don't think he was the man in the way they thought he was going to be the man. I always thought that WWE assumed Randy Orton would have the legacy that John Cena had. Way to sell that, Rob Van Dam. Okay, he gets drafted to SmackDown in 04 and doesn't really do much, a few U.S. title shots. Who was U.S. champion in fucking 04? Cena? Or Carlito? There we go. Look at Flair and Foley. There's still probably some bad blood there. I don't know if they've smoothed everything over yet or not. I mean, it would be 2 more years until they'd have their SummerSlam match, right? Flair and Foley? I cannot hear Jerry Lawler at all. Are you guys having the same issue I am? I mean, we should pause and appreciate the match. You got the Intercontinental Championship on the line in a pay-per-view. It's Rob Van Dam against Randy Orton, 2 Hall of Fame wrestlers. You have Mick Foley as the referee and Ric Flair on the outside with Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross on the call. Holy Hall of Fame Batman. Every single person associated with this match is in the Hall of Fame or will be in the Hall of Fame. Randy is the only one missing from the Hall of Fame, but he'll be in. We got a Hall of Fame referee, a Hall of Fame manager, 2 Hall of Fame announcers calling the match, and 1 Hall of Fame wrestler in there with another future Hall of Fame wrestler. I think that's pretty awesome. Hit the thumbs up button if you think it's awesome too. And if you don't, if we have less likes than we do people watching, that means some of you don't think it's awesome. And that's a shame. I thought you were cooler than that. See that little extra detail on Rob Van Dam on his elbows into the gut? He kind of like that. I like that. Man, Randy is out there in the world riding Saudi Arabian roller coasters. That man is crazy. I'm afraid if you're a woman riding those things over there, your beekeeper suit might fly off. Oh.
He's got three, though. And Van Dam marching that back. Again, rolling to his gut as quickly as he can. But again, it is Randy Orton working on that neck and head of Rob Van Dam.
I'm blaming the audio problems here 1,000% on Kevin Dunn. It's definitely his fault, and his teeth probably have a lot to do with it. His teeth probably got in the way of him being able to see the buttons and the keyboard properly, and he's got the levels all off here. That weird little prick. Get your shit together, Kevin Dunn. Burying LA Knight for a major push in 2026. Yeah, which is it? I mean, LA Knight, man, he's in his 40s, dude. They're like, oh, we're going to play the long game with him. That was a nice split legger right there. You can't play the long game with him. He's fucking old. Nice. So he gut-wrenched him up into basically a backbreaker on his shoulders and then came down with a Rude Awakening-style neckbreaker. Mm. I mean, I can relate to Kevin Dunn. I got teased as a kid for my teeth, too, because I got in a real bad bike accident like I told you about, and I knocked all my teeth out. And I had to go to school for, a while there with pretty mangled teeth until I got them all fixed. And so, of course, I got a lot of shit for that. But I turned out to be more successful in life than any bully that I ever had. So I win. Come on. Help me out. What? I swear, there's a match on Raw that it's probably several years later between these two. It's Randy Orton and RVD. Randy wins, and then RVD's gone from the company after that. I think that was like his exit, but I don't remember what year. I would assume it's probably got to be like 2007 because they were doing that ECW shit all the way up until WrestleMania 23. So it's probably sometime after that. Rob was gone. Nice. Yeah, a lot of people peaked in high school. I think what's most annoying about my high school is nobody left. Born and raised, and they're 48 years old, and they are still there. There's nothing wrong with that, really. It's just like the entire class. I was the only one that fucking left. I'm the only one that looked around and says, this doesn't work for me, brother. I'm like, there's only so much you can do in that little-ass town. I couldn't imagine spending 50 years there, But they're all still there. All the hottest girls in my class are no longer that way, and all the popular jocks are fat and stupid. Ooh. In my 20-year high school reunion, they acknowledged me publicly for traveling the farthest, the classmate that traveled the farthest. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm the one that traveled at all. I came from all the way across the country, but everybody else just came from across the other side of the town. Nice. God, what a Northern Light. Northern Lights is my favorite suplex. If I had to pick a favorite suplex, it's Northern Lights. Nice. So Rob's going to do his little twisting guillotine here. Nice. It was very rare to see, like in all Rob Van Dam matches, it's only happened like a couple of times. It was very rare to see his ponytail thing come all the way out. Even if it was almost out, it never came all the way out. You never saw Rob Van Dam with his hair down like Shawn Michaels, ever. Yep, vintage Orton. Oh, spiked him. Full-blown spike. What was going on there? Did Rob even kick out of that? Yeah, this week I'm going to start doing research on those vault channels, and I'm going to start coming up with some match ideas so we can start putting together some of these weeks, and I'm going to let the channel members do most of the suggestions there. I'll take suggestions from everybody, but members, I will be putting up a post on YouTube specific for you to drop suggestions for me to take into consideration. And then by the time we do our first one, I'll let you guys just pick the first ones. But then as we're doing the first Vault channel watch along in January, in the description I'll have super chat totals down there for if you want to like guarantee to get your match pushed through and things like that. Nice rolling thunder. We got Rob Van Dam versus Ric Flair, didn't we? That match has to exist somewhere. Nice. Winter Combat 96. I have that VHS. That's going to have that shitty that October pay-per-view. Uh-oh. Foley stops Flair. Jesus. Or maybe Winter Combat has the season's beatings. Maybe that's what Winter Combat is. I forgot. A lot of those Coliseum videos back then had in-your-house matches on them. God, nice. I always loved the way RVD sold the RKO. And he got him. Out of nowhere. Is that one of the earliest out-of-nowhere calls for the RKO? I mean, Rob Van Dam was a perfect intercontinental type of wrestler, you know. Wasn't surprising at all that they put the belt on him. You know, Batista, interestingly enough, Batista is the only member of Evolution to not to make the world title his first singles title. Triple H had mid-card belts. Randy, obviously, and Ric Flair. Same thing. Look at John Cena as well. He had the U.S. title first, so Batista and Brock, you know, were the two of the 2000s era that just went straight to the main event without climbing the ladder first. You know, but Randy and Cena had more of like the Shawn or Brett, you know, path. Win the IC or a mid-card title first, and then graduate to the big time. And Randy Orton's holding a belt that his dad never held. Yeah, Randy Orton was a good Intercontinental Champion wrestler. Like, that belt had been through hell the past few years of just being diminished in value. It even went away for a short time, right, until Austin brought it back. And so to have that belt on somebody like Rob Van Dam and now Randy Orton, it felt like Intercontinental Championship was prestigious again. But that belt was in the fucking shitter in like 99 and 2000. I mean, fucking Albert was holding it and stuff. The battle of the sexes. I remember they did this in tennis when I was a kid. Lita and Trish.
What is going on between the two of you?
I don't know, Lita. It's like, I don't think I've ever felt like this before.
Oh wow, you're really look at them getting along. Aw.
All the time. I can't stop thinking about you no matter what I do.
Jericho, you're so bad at that. Jericho should not be allowed to kiss Trish. Matt Hardy breaks up with Lita. Oh. Look at her little dog. It's Lita's Larry. Look, it even has the underbite like Larry does. Holy shit. Did you guys see that? I didn't know Lita had a Larry. That's adorbs.
I've been making out with Trish for the last 3 weeks. She's been falling for every single thing I've been saying. It's been absolutely pathetic. I've never felt this shit.
Oh my god, you douches.
How pathetic. How sad is that? I'll tell you something else. She's going to be feeling something she's never felt before later tonight. Because I told you from the start, I could nail Trish before you nailed Lita. I'm going to win the bet, Christian. I'm going to win it tonight. That's so. That's so. Well, I got $1 Canadian.
I love that they bet $1 Canadian on who. Oh, look at Trish. Oh. Poor Trish. She had a present for him and everything. Those douchebags. I mean, ladies in the chat, Jericho's better looking than Christian, right? Or at least in 2003. Trish and Lita, they're tied. Do not make me choose. Please, Trish. Jericho, you are bad at that. Is that what you said to your wife when you proposed to her? I've never felt this way about anybody before. In just that tone of voice. Yeah, Christian's pissed about not winning that Canadian shiny dollar. So it's Jericho and Christian, making sure I have this right, against Lita and Trish. What happens? Like, what happens? Thank you, Ronisha. I thought so. If I was Trish. They spelled Jericho wrong on that sign. Jesus, they left the H out. I think that would make it Jeriso. Chris Jeriso. Y2J got dumped. Well, he deserved it. Yeah, I will agree. Ray's right. This was a good storyline with a good payoff because I did enjoy like the fact that they had a bet to nail him for $1. That was kind of funny because they were poking fun of themselves and acknowledging what douches they are. But they take this thing all the way into WrestleMania, and then it culminates with a brilliant Trish Stratus heel turn where she turns on Jericho. It's a double turn essentially that just takes place over the course of about 3 months. Yeah, Christian is probably, 22 years later is more handsome of a man now than he was then. All right. So Lita and Trish have to have a match against Christian and Chris Jericho. I mean, I can't imagine what we're going to see here. I'm kind of glad that I don't remember what happens. I have no earthly idea. I mean, if they try to book this like a regular match here, we're not going to be in there with tags and shit, are we? See, Jericho's remorseful. Yeah, I just heard Jim Ross faintly mention the Billie Jean King tennis match. Yeah, Lita, as far as I know, is from North Carolina. She used to be around. I never saw her, though. I saw the Hardy Boys a few times, but never did see Lita, like, around the area when I was living there. She was elusive. I like Trish's gear. It's very glamour girl-ish. Judy Martin and Leilani Kai. Oh. There you go. Oh, no. Don't slap. Oh, there you go. So Jericho and Trish are starting this. The bell is rang. This match is now official. And Jericho is basically just playing defense. He's not trying to hurt Trish, but she's trying to hurt him. Nice high cross. He caught her. Calm down. Oh! This is the act of a future babyface here, huh? Bending Trish over and spanking her. Oh, she's pissed off. You better not tag Christian in because I don't think he's going to be so kind. As Jericho gets taken over in a head scissors. Drop kick now from Trish. Jericho's on the ropes finally. Oh, he tags. Oh! What a push by Christian. What an asshole. What an asshole. He shoved Trish right on her ass. Christian is just taunting Lita. Oh, there you go. Headbutt. She's running from Christian. There you go. Smart move. Smart move by Lita. So far, it's been all Lita and Trish. It's been all offense. There we go, finally. Lita taking Christian down. I cannot believe this is an actual competitive match. I thought something was just going to happen here. Christian hitting Lita from behind. And Jericho's just going to put her in the walls of Jericho and call it a day. Oh, man. Standing on her hair. That's a very dirty move. Like, if you want to get on the good side of Trish, you should be nice to Lita, too. That's her friend. I love how he's no problem beating her up. No. Oof. Jesus. Oh, Christian doing us all a favor here. What a dick. What a dick. He's a creepy little bastard. A CLB. There you go. Now, Edge has been out, right? Edge has been hurt for this last several months with the neck injury. He's going to return after WrestleMania. But he's on SmackDown anyway, I think so. Or no, he's not. He shows up in a Spears Bischoff. Here comes Trish with the hot tag, taking it to Christian. Reversal. Chick kick. Boom. Oh, my God. Stratisfaction. Oh, no. Jesus. Christian and Jericho selling so hard for these girls. Oh. Uh-oh, look out. No, he's going to catch her. I was about to say, he's got her in Walls of Jericho position there. That sweaty body of Christian. That's right. Edge beats Orton for the title. I forgot about that. No. My God. Lita just ate it, though. Jesus. What a clothesline to Trish. This match is way better than I thought. Lita's back on the top rope now. She hits that crazy Hurricane Rana on Christian. Jesus. Props to Trita and Lish. Lita and Trish. They are really taking bumps in this match. Hard ones. I thought this match was going to be a joke. This is actually a match, and Trish and Lita deserve all the credit. There. Rolled her up and won. That's all you guys had to do the whole time. So, Jericho didn't want to do anything to Trish. His team won. Lita and Trish were fantastic in this. They really were. They took all the bumps. Christian and Jericho certainly weren't taking it easy on them. They had all kinds of energy, and it was actually a competitive tag team match, which I just didn't think it would be. If I wasn't already a big fan of Trish and Lita, Trish, I think, is my favorite women's wrestler of all time, and Lita damn well might be number 2. Jericho with all that doubt and all that remorse on his face. Way to go. Bravo, Trish and Lita. You both did fantastic. You reminded me why you're both legends. Awesome stuff. Happy holiday. Thank you. Thank you, Jim Ross. Let me go grab a cold one while Jay... Look at that WrestleMania banner. Somebody pointed out it's hanging up before the Royal Rumble, which is crazy. Oh, yeah. So it's Shawn and Batista. Awesome. Oh, that's right. Batista, I knew Evolution didn't win all their matches here. So Batista and Flair, yeah, they didn't defend the tags. It was Batista one-on-one with Shawn. That's right. That's right. Now, we watched Survivor Series 03, I think it was last year. I don't think it was this year, was it? Come on, Shawn. Can open a can of whip ass. That's right. Batista was instrumental in that at Survivor Series. I remember liking the match, but I just didn't like the storyline. I didn't like the whole co-GM thing with Austin and Bischoff, and now Austin's going to be gone, but it's only in storyline. I mean, how many times has Austin been gone? And they just do an angle to bring him back, which apparently they're doing right now with the petition shit. I sat front row at a house show in Charlotte in 1998, very first seat, right next to John Boy and Billy from the radio. And it was like a, I don't know, maybe like a Thursday or, no, it was a weekend. I think it was a Saturday. But it was the Saturday after Austin got fired by Vince at Judgment Day in 98. Unless it was the next... No, it wasn't the next night. So, yeah, Austin was fired, but the house show was after that, and they explained it on TV that, like, oh, he's fired, but he still has to fulfill his contractual obligations, because I'm like, there's no way they're going to fire him and then just take him off the house shows because he's the one that sells the tickets. He's the reason every one of us are there, so he's going to be there. They're going to have to, like, explain it. And I can't remember what the storyline was now, but I think it took a week or two until he got back to TV, but he was still working the house shows. But this here is the same thing. He wasn't wrestling, but he was fired, or he lost the Survivor Series match, so he was gone. But all they did was do an angle where they signed a petition, and he'll find himself back, or he'll do a match with a stipulation that can bring him back, or whatever it is. Oh, look at Shawn bleeding from that. I forgot about that. Batista versus Shawn. Interesting match. They would rekindle this rivalry, 5 years later? When Shawn retired Ric Flair? Here comes Shawn dancing. So Shawn is wearing his Screwjob gear. That's the same vest, at least I think it is, that he wore at the Montreal Screwjob. And it's not like a new one that looks like it. It's the same one. God, you cannot hear Jim Ross and Lawler at all. And here comes Batiste. Leviathan. Like, I like Batista. I'm a big fan of Batista now, probably way more than I was back then. But, when Brock left and they inserted him into Brock's spot, it just, to me, it was a step down, because there was nobody you're going to find that was going to be better than him. So no matter who you plugged into his spot on the roster, it was going to be a downgrade. And that's not Batista's fault, because on his own, he's fine. But, I always had that comparison to Brock, because I feel like he really leveled up when Brock left. They needed another big, just physically impressive guy. But Batista only had a fraction of the athletic ability that Brock had. And to me, he just didn't measure up. But none of that's really Batista's fault. Shawn Michaels and Batista. All right. Yeah, Batista's OG theme was cool, or it was pretty good, like him, but it just lacked energy. Rob Van Dam's was the same way. Rob Van Dam had a theme before his one-of-a-kind theme that was a lot like Batista's theme. It was just, generated in the studio, and it was fine, but it was a little off, a little muffled. The Dudley Boys' first theme was like that, too. And then all three of them got, hard rock versions recorded by real band versions of those themes that really just spiced them up and gave them the energy. But even on their own, they weren't bad. They weren't horrible. But I always think of RVD, Batista, and the Dudleys as, and I know there's been more, but Benoit too. You've got the themes kicked up big time. I don't know if Edge counts. On This Day isn't really isn't a hard rock version of his first theme like in '98. It's different. Oh my God. I love that Sean just took a shot at Flair while he was out there. Got another Hall of Fame match here. We've got Batista versus Shawn Michaels. 2 Hall of Fame wrestlers. I mean, Batista, I think we should consider him a Hall of Fame wrestler, even though COVID kind of fucked that up. But you got Ric Flair on the outside and Earl reffing the match. Fucking Nate. She's taken a lot of shots already. He's been out there for 2 matches. And Foley and Shawn have both knocked him on his ass. Such a weird tattoo around Batista's belly button. It's a very weird decision to make. Damn. I mean, every match so far has been like a Hall of Fame match. I mean, even the first match was Henry and Booker with Teddy Long out there. Hall of Famers everywhere. Very Hall of Fame heavy pay-per-view so far in 2003. I'm flabbergasted that 2003 is 23 years ago. Damn, that's vicious, Dave. Pointing the elbow right in the jaw of Shawn. Shawn is still wearing his normal trunks here. He would do that all the way until, I guess, 2004 when he would get hurt. And he would cut that promo on Raw, I think, right? And he would basically vow to come back. And he's going to get his knee fixed and come back. And when he came back, he started wearing the longer kind of looser gear, I guess, to give him room for a knee brace underneath is my guess. Yikes. Oh, okay. Shawn's fighting back. Batista, I think, here is like 38 years old or something. Oh. I mean, even though it's Sean, there's not a ton of finesse in this match. Unless Sean's doing his shit. Like his forearm followed by the nip up here, which I think he'll do. I like how the set is on fire. Props to the set. We're just going to have open flames all night. Oh, Batista's up. Right back down. Oof. Oh, 34, not 38. Okay, he's a little younger. So he's 34 here. So he got a kind of a late start. So he'd win the championship, I guess, at 30. That's not so bad winning at 35. It just felt like Batista had kind of a late bloom. DDP was like that too. Super late start. What's going on with the ring apron? Is that an eyeball? Oh, yeah, I guess that's 2 eyeballs on the Armageddon ring apron there. How old was Brock in 2003? 14, I think. Super young. He's not out. Shut up, Batista. I don't like Batista's little flavor saver there. Not a fan. Oh. Ric Flair was a very active manager on the outside. He was like Sherry, if Sherry was a dude. Ooh, caught him. Nice. Come on, Sean. Come on, stay down, Batista. I want Sean to hit his elbow. Nailed him. Is he just going to take him out, or is there going to be a... Is this just going to be it? Yeah, he caught him. The logic behind the super kick or sweet chin music is so stupid. Sean warns his opponent for 20 seconds that it's coming. Might as well just shout it out. Get ready to eat my finishing move. It's coming right now. Oh, do you want me to give you a countdown? 10, 9. Oh. Vicious spine buster. All right, what's going to happen here? Is Sean going to like counter out of the Batista bomb and somehow hit sweet chin music? I don't feel like this is a small package situation here. I don't think it's Brett and Diesel at Survivor Series. Boom. Nice. Oh, nice. Sean, was your shoulders down? Sean wins. I like how JR is calling it the Tiger Bomb. I thought Tiger Bomb, though, was a double underhook into kind of a sit down. But it wasn't even the Batista Bomb yet. That was a sweet super kick, though. I kind of wish Sean would have had his shoulders up on that when he fell backwards on Batista, but pretty good finish. He's thanking Jesus. It was Jesus did all the work there. Sean did nothing. It was all Jesus, really. I mean, what did Sean do? Nothing. You know, at the restaurant, how often I will bring food to people and then they'll be like praying and stuff, thanking Jesus. I'm like, I brought it. Thank Greg. Never get to thank you. Nobody putting their hands together saying thank you, Greg. It's not fair. Poor Batista. I feel like Flair's going to turn on him here or something. Like low blow him and kick him out of Evolution for not being able to get the job done type of thing. Like, isn't this usually how a turn happens? Did I win? Did I win? No, you did not win. You got hit with sweet chin music. And you have temporary amnesia, apparently. Got hit harder than Jake Paul. Here comes Maven. So Maven's still around. Oh, and he's coming out here? I don't think this is Maven's music. Okay, so Maven's coming out there for his match. Is that what's happening? And Batista's still out there? It feels like it's also Evolution's music playing. It's a very odd. Oh, here comes Matt Hardy version 1. Matt's fingernails grow very quickly. I loved Matt Fax. And back in 2003, this is about what internet video quality was. It was still very pixely and it wasn't smooth. It didn't run smooth. God, I cannot believe how poorly the audio is being monitored for the announce team here. Uh-oh. And now Batista's just going to kill Maven. So what's it supposed to be Maven against Matt Hardy, and now it's just going to be Batista killing Maven? How long was Maven around? We're in 2003 here. As this match started. Well, I don't think you can have the match now. Batista's going to lay down several Batista bombs on... I didn't like the sit down. I don't like sit down power bombs. The Batista bomb to me did not look like a devastating move. Matt Hardy backing off. Poor Maven. Look at Matt Hardy. I don't think you can have this match. Good job, Jack Doan.
The referee has just stated that because of the condition that Maven is in, he will not be able to wrestle tonight. Therefore, the match between Matt Hardy and Maven will not take place.
Oh. Somebody going to come out instead, or? Oh, no. Oh. Matt wins. He wins. Yay. He just jumped on him and splashed him. The winner.
And the winner is Matt Hardy,
V1 nah. All right. Matt Hardy V1 wins. Hard fought match there. I think my favorite one was Matt has a heated toilet seat. It's like, do you need that in North Carolina? Main event Survivor Series 04 leaves in 05. Interesting. Okay. Batista's very insecure. Like, if I played a one-on-one basketball game with Michael Jordan and he was somehow able to beat me, I think I wouldn't be that upset with myself. So I lost to the greatest of all time. I'm not going to start doubting myself.
Good ones get back up. Good ones get back in the game. You walked out of that building, out of that arena, with your head held high. You left someone laying. You're back. Forget about Shawn Michaels.
I would not want to have these type of promos because I do not like being that close to other people's faces. And when they're talking to me, especially yelling to me, and how much of their breath and spit must be flying in my face, I can't do it. I'm not made for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have the Tag Team Turmoil match
Oh.
for the World Tag Team Championship. Now, here are the rules. There's going to be two teams to start the match in the ring.
Okay.
Now, when one team is eliminated, another team will come and replace that team.
Okay.
The last team standing will be the World Tag Team Champion.
That's very easy to understand, Lillian. Thank you for explaining it. Oh, it's lab resistance. Oh, shit. All right, here comes lab resistance.
At a combined weight of 533 pounds, Renee Dupree and
It's Robert Conway.
Resistance.
and Renee Dupree. So apparently I had read somewhere that the other La Resistance guy, Sylvain Grenier, who I believe is also French-Canadian, Pat Patterson left his whole estate to him. I knew that they were friends. I knew Pat got him in, but I didn't realize they were that close. All right. Turmoil, or this is kind of similar. Well, no, it's not a gauntlet. Or kind of is a gauntlet. All right. So it's Rosie and Hurricane against La Resistance. So they are at a massive disadvantage here to lose their titles. Who the hell are the champs in this? Well, I hope La Resistance loses. Are there any Rene Dupree like bullying stories from WWE? He just seems like the exact type of guy that like someone like Undertaker or JBL would target. Very young type of thing. Just he's not going to go over well with veterans when you're that young, getting spots like that. It's just an immediate trigger for them. They're so fucking wrestlers are just the most insecure people on the planet. Jesus. Rest in peace to Rosie, man. Rosie is Roman Reigns' brother. They look exactly alike. Rosie's just much larger of a man. Or at least I think he's his brother. He's Roman's brother, right? Jesus. Dupree. Got eliminated. Wow. What's Hurricane doing? On top of the shoulders of Rosie? Jesus. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Yes. La Resistance eliminated. What music is this? Oh, it's Lance Cade and what? And Jindrak? Oh, Cade and Jindrak took out Hurricane and Rosie, and now it's Lance Storm and Valvy. I barely remember this. Look at Lance Storm. Look how happy he is. I think I might be kind of happy here, guys. He's got a good-looking one, too. Good for you, Lance. I didn't realize they stuck these two together for a brief time. That's great. If I can get a boner for a minute. Nope. To the outside you go. All right, so now we're getting a fresh tag match here. It's Jindrak and Cade, Lance Cade, rest in peace, taking on Lance Storm and Val Venus. Has Val been Chief Morley yet? Is that come and gone? When does Chief Morley happen? I always remember back in the Attitude Era days, remember hearing that, I guess Edge, I think it was Edge who was married to Val Venus' sister. Or it was Val married to Edge's sister, but I don't think Edge has a sister. So I think it was Edge married to Val Venus' sister, which I thought was funny because later they would do the angle where Val would get with Ken Shamrock's sister, Ryan Shamrock. Okay, so good. He's already been Chief Morley. That BS is behind us. That's good. Yeah, what if Jindrak was in Evolution? I can't believe WWE never considered him. Like, they should have at least thought about him and, I don't know, maybe, shoot a video with him in Evolution just to see how he looked. But they never even gave him a single thought. Such a bummer. I think he would have made a good Evolution member. They should have at least made a video or something. No. I remember seeing a rumor or hearing one, I don't know where or when or what the fuck. But Lance Cade, I guess, was going to be possibly repackaged as HB Cade. And he was going to feud with Shawn Michaels because Shawn apparently trained him. And he was going to be HB Cade, and he was going to kind of come out in sexy boy gear. I would have liked to see that as much as I would have liked to see the green Kane costume. AJ, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that Edge's relationship with that woman was over well before he got with Lita. I don't think he left her for Lita. I don't think they both cheated. I think Edge was single. I don't think he was still married to her at that time. Jesus. How long were Jindrak and Cade together? I mean, that's an impressive looking tag team. But man, not much else there. All right, and Cade and Jindrak are going to move on. Val gets pinned. Old WrestleMania 5 rude warrior finish there. And here come the Dudleys. Devon and Bubba Douche. Oh, Bubba. Okay, Dudleys are the champs. I'm like, who the hell are the champs here? So are they the last team to enter, I guess? Is there no more turmoil to be had? Are we done having the turmoil? Now you just got to do the finish? Fans want tables. Huh. You know they really were missing in the Spirit Squad was a big guy. They didn't have a big guy in the Spirit Squad, did they? I think Cade would have been perfect for the Spirit Squad. He could be Kenny's brother, Kenny's older brother, Lenny. And he's the big one of the group. And you put him in that outfit, because every cheerleading crew's got to have the dude that holds the girls up, right? So, like, he should have been that guy. I don't think they had a big one. I guess Kenny Dykstra was probably the biggest one. He was the tallest. But they should have put Cade in there. He would match. He looks just like Dykstra, but he's bigger. And put him in that cheerleading gimmick. You could have branched them off into a tag team. And since one's big and one's short, like the old SNL skit with Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry. Do that, but with dudes. Could be the green gimmick talking. But in my head, it sounds awesome. So Edge was married during the Lita shit? I didn't know that. I guess it didn't really matter. All the attention was on Lita and Matt. You didn't really think about what was going on Edge's side of it. But I did not think he was still married during all that, but I guess he was. Love the Deadlock Pod. Shout out to those guys. They all follow me. I only get a chance to see what I see on social media, but shout out to them. Tony and Pulse and Jindrak, he really is. WCW and near the end there, they had some of those really physically impressive dudes. I think of Jindrak and Sean O'Hare and Palumbo. Like corn-fed white boys that WWE would love to have and to mold. And none of them amounted to shit. Just amazing. Like they had just as much, I'd think, potential as maybe a Randy Orton would, especially someone like Jindrak. But I guess he just lacked that connection, that it factor, that charisma. Uh-oh, look out. 3D, that might be it for Jindrak and what's his dick? All right. I guess they're not the last team to enter, so who's next? The Steiners? Or at least one Steiner? All right. It's Big Papa Pump and Test. Fucking Papa Pump, man. Oof. So Stacy, what was going on with Stacy? Is this after Stacy? Because they were feuding over her at one point, weren't they? There's a nice Northern Lights release. I mean, prime Steiners and prime Dudleys would be a tremendous match. That would be a lot of fun. 2001 Dudleys or 2000 Dudleys versus 91 or 92 Steiners. Or 93. Yeah, I remember reading about the drop foot. I had to look up what drop foot was, and it sounds fucking horrible. Something I hope I never get. Damn, break his arm. Okay, so the Stacy thing I felt like had to have been done by now because we already saw her out here earlier dancing around. So this is after the Stacy stuff, and now they have formed a team together. And Stacy used to be a manager of both these teams. I mean, it doesn't look like she has much of a role at the moment. No, I don't want to see them in 2008. That's right. In TNA. Yeah, it did. I forgot about that. No, that's not the same. Prime Dudleys and Steiners. I mean, we almost have it here. We're just missing one guy. Just missing Rick Steiner instead of Test. Jesus, Bubba. Yeah, I don't know much about TNA history. I never watched it. Caught results online and saw some things here or there, but I am not fluent in TNA history at all. Oh. Lots of suplexes. It's not looking good at all for the Dudleys. How many teams are in this thing? Yeah, Armageddon 2003 is better than I kind of remembered in my head. We've had some decent matches so far. Hell, even that Battle of the Sexes matches wasn't horrible. Trish and Lita worked their asses off. Took an ass kicking, too. We got a hot crowd in Orlando here. Jesus. Full Nelson slam is just rough. I don't understand how that gives you more leverage to put your foot on the rope like that. Jesus. He's got the belt and a chair. All right, smart. Distract the ref with the belt. Use the chair. Stupid-ass referee. All right, Test is way too close to the ropes here. Bubba will save this. Yep. Bubba Bomb. All right, Devon. Yes. And they win. That's it. Dudleys retain in the turmoil match. Wait. Oh, Bischoff's coming out. He's got a knack for making things better. He really doesn't. He had like 2.5 pretty good years and a whole lot of bad decisions that sandwiched that. He's the worst. Okay, what's wrong?
To win tag team turmoil, you have to go through all of the teams.
All of them?
There is one team who has yet to compete.
Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, no.
allow me to introduce to you
Who?
Batista and the Big
Oh, yeah. So Batista does double duty. I was thinking they were already tag team champions. That's right. They win them here. They weren't champs going in. So Batista gets to redeem himself after the Shawn loss by winning gold. Okay, so they're setting the stage here. And I would assume that watching this in my living room that night, I'm saying to myself, Triple H is definitely going to win the championship because it's clear what they're doing here. Randy won the IC. Flair and Batista are going to win the tags here. And Triple H is going to win the belt back in the main event. Who's the legal man? Did the bell ring? Is this it? I guess that's it. And Batista and Ric Flair have won the tag team titles. So is this Ric Flair's first championship since 1992 in WWE? Flair came back 2 years earlier, right after Survivor Series in 01. I don't think he held any gold, right? Prior to this. Unless there's a tag title reign in there somewhere stuck in. He would win the IC, coming up here in a couple years or whenever that would happen. And he'd win the belts with Piper. Oh, he might have already won the belts with Piper. No, maybe not. That might be 05. So yeah, I think it might be. So that's Ric Flair's first championship in the WWE in 21 years that he won just now. Oh, Piper was not until 07. That's right. So yeah, this is definitely Flair's first title then. I thought it was crazy when Flair won the IC. But also thinking it was kind of cool that he has that now on his legacy because he's won a ton of U.S. titles in the NWA and stuff. To Iraq. Jim Ross just called it Iraq. No, you don't, JR. Iraq. Is this the first year? This is the first year of Tribute to the Troops, huh? I remember watching it here in California because I would always visit here every year for Christmas. And I remember watching it. But I was never a big fan of the Tribute to the Troops shows.
Actually going to be performing for the troops in Iraq.
The Army for 228 years has defended this country and made it free. They're the only military force in the history of this world that is undefeated, and they remain that way because of our men. They say it's technological. It's not. You give Al Qaeda rocks, you give us sticks, we still win. A lot of people try to confuse the issue. Is this about the wars? Is this about politics? It's about one thing. It's about our brothers and sisters, our men and women that are over there.
We are a well-protected country. I'll say that. We're dumb as all hell, but we're a well-protected country. I feel very good that in my lifetime, at least, there's really no chance of us ever being invaded. We're too protected. We got 2 oceans on each side of us. We got our allies to the north and the south. I mean, you're going to see them coming. You're not going to be able to bring enough manpower to wipe out everything. I just don't think that we can ever be really, truly invaded by anyone. But that could change. But I think I'll be dead by the time it does.
Service personnel
It'll be all y'all's problem to figure out.
and 19 years old.
I'll be happily dead.
Reaction to being away from home, first of all. But a lot of these kids are in a war, and it's frightening. And being away from home is so scary. And having that touch of home come to them, whether it's handing out care packages or being entertained, makes an impact on them that I guarantee you they will never forget the rest of their lives.
Okay, lady.
Also like to invite you to
Sable.
support our troops by sending a donation of $25. We will be very happy to deliver care package from you.
Nice.
Log on to troops.wwe.com for more information.
This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me that I will never, ever forget.
I'm all for hooking up the troops with as much love and appreciation as you can. I was just never really interested in these tribute to the troops shows. They were just house shows outside in the middle of the day. Just look at Vince, Mr. Emotional Man up here.
For the men and women of the armed forces of the United States of America.
Fucking patriotism is a fucking disease, I'm telling you. Vince, so emotional. I'm like, I don't want to show appreciation to the troops by giving them a fucking wrestling show. I want them to be paid properly and taken care of and given full health and benefits and insurance for their entire lives. And to never have to work or get the proper mental health care that they need. Or it's the government's job to take care of them better. And they should. Same goes for teachers. Look at this. Look at Ivory. This kid, is this her song? Ivory was underrated. I'm telling you. This is the weirdest sounding music. Was she coming out to this at the time? I love the bodysuit. Well, 2 of the best. You know, you had during the Attitude Era years, and a lot of it was just bikini bullshit and stuff. Molly and Ivory stood out as 2 actual wrestlers in the middle of all that crap. So did Victoria. So did Trish. Even though she was brought in to be TNA. God, the audio is just atrocious. I can't even understand. Like, Jim Ross and Lawler are just talking their asses off over there. Talking about nothing. Yeah, Lawler. Ivory's extremely hot. I think she's too old for you. But she ain't too old for me. I love Molly. Nice. Another Northern Lights. I've counted at least 4 of them tonight. Yeah, Victor, I was noticing that when I was pulling up the show here for tonight. I saw that it says like 9 days left on there. I'm like, man, it's almost over. And I'm not even 100% sure if we're going to be here next week or not. I wish I knew so we could at least know if this was the last one. But it might be, and then we're going to be kicking off the Vault Watch-alongs next month. And I'm going to put together the first one, and then every one after that, I'm going to have you guys pick. Oh, what is Molly going for? Springboard? I hate that move. I don't care who does it, good wrestler or bad wrestler. I don't like the springboard handspring thing into the corner that a lot of the women do. It looks so bad. China did it, remember? I mean, every now and then you'd hit one that looked a little solid, but 96% of the time it looked like dog shit. I never understood why women did it. I'm like, okay, you can do a backflip, great, but they all do the same move and none of them do it well. So what's the point of doing it? All right, Molly is exposing the steel turnbuckle ring on the top corner there. Oh, that's what happens. No? Molly still wins after being rammed face first into the buckle? Basically winning clean? Now, I know this is Molly's music that they were using for her at the time. But I don't know what that shit Ivory was coming out to was. Okay, I guess this really is the song they're using because they're playing it again. Oh, it's already time for the main event? I guess it is. Was this finally when Goldberg won the title? Oh, no, that's Survivor Series. I always felt something was off about the Triple H and Goldberg feud. It was just weird. Goldberg wasn't loving his time in WWE. Triple H and Goldberg did have heat prior to this that I guess was all right, but I don't think Triple H really wanted to put him over. And on top of that, I felt like Triple H was not at his best here. This is 2003. Look at how he looks here. Remember the beginning of the year when he's having the pose downs with Scott Steiner and how shredded he was? This is just a few months later. Like no time has passed hardly, just a few months. And he's lost all of that definition. He's gained a bunch of fat. And he's now wearing the longer gear. And he just he changed physically so much. Like, think about how he looked at WrestleMania against Booker T. He was a specimen. This was by the time he got to September, which was only like 5 or 6 months later, he looked like crap. And I think he had an injury, so that was preventing him from like really working out hard or whatever, but he just did not look good. But I felt like Triple H from 2002, that jacked beast up against this Goldberg would be a much better match. Or even Triple H in like 2001. He was just a little more rugged. He had the beard. I feel like he could take Goldberg, you know? He would turn the corner, though, by the time he got to WrestleMania. Because I guess he's going to win the title here in order to drop it to Benoit, right? Triple H would be looking better by the time he got to WrestleMania, but... So they got Kane involved here. So Goldberg had a very, very short run as World Heavyweight Champion, winning it, I think in September and dropping it in December. The song is finally here. I wasn't sure what was going on with the... So they're not dubbing it, so that's really the song they're using, when the song that we heard when they opened the show. That's crazy. Thank you, Lillian. And here comes Kane. Now, Kane was fresh off the unmasking, right? He's probably already being messed with by now. Is Kane starting to be messed with by The Undertaker? Because he would have been instrumental in Undertaker getting buried alive the previous month at Survivor Series. And I think Taker is just going to mess with him until their WrestleMania match when Taker returns as the Dead Man. And Triple H and Kane have got a history. A big one. Not only in 2001, a couple of pay-per-view matches and title changes against each other when it was the Brothers of Destruction against the two-man power trip, but also Katie Vick. Look at Triple H. He's back to wearing his normal gear now. He's starting to look a little bit better. So I think his change physically maybe was, he might have been number one off the juice. And he might have been limited to what he could do working out-wise. God, you can't hear Jim Ross at all. At all. That is terrible. I wonder if the pay-per-view broadcast sounded like this. I have this recorded. It's in my archives, but it's just not handy. Because the hard drive that I store all that shit on broke. And so now I have to either pay the $1,000 to get it restored or re-rip all those CDs or all those DVDs one by one again. And I haven't decided what to do yet. Yeah, real D. They had Goldberg coming out to a great value version of his first theme. They changed it up, didn't they? They did that for Ric Flair in '92 when he came in. That theme I actually liked. And so but Goldberg didn't have like this theme. I think his debut might have had the when he debuted. I think still had the WCW theme. I think, but then they changed it. Now, I think they've got they got the original theme here. This is the WCW theme, I think, right? Yeah, I think this is the WCW theme, and this is very... At least I think this is the WCW theme. Help me out. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think he's using the WWE theme here. This is his WCW one. Now all of a sudden you can kind of hear Jim Ross a little bit. Even though they've dubbed the music, you can hear him better. Goldberg looked amazing here. Triple H kind of looked weird without, like, I kind of like Triple H better with a beard. He looked kind of weird, clean shaven. Kane just looks weird no matter what. I think Goldberg's the best looking in the ring right now. Kind of partial to the look, in case you can't tell. I know, Steve, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I just didn't say it, but it just reeks of irony how ass backwards the whatever policy they have for network edits, because they just dubbed their own created theme with a WCW theme, but yet they dubbed so many WCW themes with their created ones. You watch a WCW pay-per-view, Jericho comes out to Walls of Jericho. Or Break Down the Walls. That's what it is. But yet... And that Goldberg theme in WCW, it was a lot like Kurt Angle's theme in WWE. It was passed around. 3 or 4 guys used that theme in total. I think Pat Tanaka might have been one. A few guys used it. $17-13, Ravens over Patriots. Good to know. I had John Lynch in the other night. He's actually in a lot, but I hadn't seen him in a while. Hanging out, came and sat at the bar. Rodrigo, the most notable person to use Kurt's theme was the Patriot. But Mark Henry used it a little bit. And somebody else did too. We just saw last week. Last week, D-Generation X in your house. Sergeant Slaughter came out to it. Which I found ironic because Patriot had just left the company. He was just there like 3 weeks earlier. And now they're using his theme for Sergeant Slaughter. Goldberg and Kane, that's kind of cool, actually. Like back when Goldberg was on top in WCW, I always thought that guys like Kane were better. in a weird way. Can you see the connection to Starrcade 1998 here in the main event? What was Kane's previous gimmick? Or not previous. Yeah, previous. Prior to Kane, he was Diesel. Who did Goldberg lose his undefeated streak to in WCW at a December pay-per-view? Diesel. Although he wasn't Diesel, he was Kevin Nash. Scott Hall got involved in that match. Triple H is involved in this one. Jesus. Oh, he didn't get him all the way up, but still muscled him up into a pretty sick slam. Oh, Kane counters the spear with a boot. Goldberg is out. Yeah, Kane's in the Hall of Fame. I think he might have gone in a Thunderdome year, right? Imagine how bad that had to suck. Come on, Triple H, Jesus. Kane and Triple H working together. Look at there. Triple H is like, remember when I banged your woman and the corpse of your girlfriend in her coffin? Remember that? Remember? Triple H. Kane's like, nah. Triple H like, I'm going to get over here now. Triple H taken out by Kane. Kane doesn't care. Oh, it's going to hang Goldberg up. Yeah, it's very clunky. JR's right about that. Triple H is in there, and there's a chair. Finally, this is a triple threat match. You might as well. Oh, my God. Chair shot to the noodle. That's probably the chair shot that officially made Kane crazy. He got a skull. He got his wig split. Pillmanized the ankle. Kane's going to stop it. Triple H, do you not know that thing's on your foot? Yeah, I'm curious. I don't even know what the finish is. Like, I know Triple H is going to win here, but I don't know who he pins. And what, does Goldberg lose the title without being pinned here? Is that why Kane's in there? Just to politically keep Goldberg happy, not to have Triple H straight up beat him? Oh no, jackhammer through the table? Oh. Oh, Goldberg's going to go through the table and it didn't even break. Ouch. Well, Goldberg is now virtually eliminated here. If you guys can get in and get the finish done in the next 3 minutes, he shouldn't be a factor. Let's see, if Triple H was smart, he would have whacked Kane with the chair there. Oh, no. Oof. Yeah, the fans needed that table to break to be happy. What are you doing? Watch out. You should have hit Kane with that already. Not very cerebral of you, Triple H. You're in there against a madman. You never shut up about how cerebral you are. But you're the dumbest motherfucker in this match so far. And you're in there with Kane. Think about that. Think about being dumber than Kane. Holy crap. There we go. Should have done that a long time ago, Triple H. You had a chair in your hand with Kane's back turned to you and Goldberg completely laid out. Match 1. Cerebral my ass. Triple H is now running. All right, it's Kane's match to win now. Triple H is on the ropes. Kane's been virtually hot tagged since getting his hand on Triple H. Goldberg is taken out. Who was the Intercontinental Champion in 2003? Pedro Morales, I think. Held it the whole year. Randy Orton won it tonight. Beat Rob Van Dam for it. Prior to that, though, it changed hands, I think, a bunch of times. And it was gone for a while, too. Man, you can hear the ring microphone volume is way up. And the commentary team is down, like very low. I'm just curious if it's like that on the, if they fixed it on the DVD or if it was like this on the pay-per-view broadcast. I've made that mistake a couple times. It's pissed me off, too. And I've done like a video or something. I've had the volume on my mic way down. Or it's an uploaded video and I don't realize I have the volume too low until it's too late. And I'm like, ah. You can still hear me. You just have to turn your volume way up. But now I make sure everything is set down here before we go. Props to the set for staying on fire the whole time. Damn, choke slam on the steel grating, which sucks. There's no way that bump doesn't do anything but suck. Well, you're giving Goldberg all the time in the world to recover here by taking Triple H all the way out there. Nobody in this match is wrestling smart. None of them. This is a match with three dumbasses. Up, Goldberg's finally back up. Ooh, and he spears Kane. They can do the classic triple threat finish here where Goldberg hits his finish and then Triple H dumps Goldberg and pins Kane. All three men are down. Triple H saves it, just barely, though. Well, we're definitely going to be into the finish here in the next minute or so. Goldberg's on Dream Street. Come on, guys. Is he bleeding from his head again? All right, they're all just slugging it out now. I mean, it's a triple threat match. Is Triple H not going to get his sledgehammer out or anything like that? Double spear? Nope, double clothesline. Oof. Spear to Kane. If Goldberg and Brock never left, they probably still would have worked at WrestleMania, and there probably would have been a title on the line for one of their belts. He's lining up Triple H, so I feel like somebody's coming. They can interfere. It's a triple threat match. It's Orton and Flair. Another spear to Triple H. Oof. I haven't seen Batista. I'm wondering if Batista's going to be the deciding factor in this, if he's going to come in from behind or something and nail Goldberg. Are they booing the double choke spot here, or is somebody coming down? Boom, there's a low blow to Goldberg. Damn, choke slam. Oh, and Batista pulls him out, and now Triple H is going to cover. And he pins Goldberg and wins. So, yeah, Batista was the deciding factor, but he was just down there to pull Kane out of the ring and hold him back. Triple H stole it. And look at Evolution, how decorated they are now. It doesn't often take us this long to get to the thumbnail of a show, but we're about to see it. Evolution have all the gold. Look at Triple H being carried away. I mean, Triple H basically won this to pass it off to the Rumble winner. It's like Brett winning it in 95. He was just winning it to pass it to Shawn. And there you go. And there's Evolution all celebrating Tag Champs, Intercontinental Championship, and the World Heavyweight title all in the same faction. All right. Well, we have knocked out Armageddon 2003. That's a wrap on that one. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season so far, and I hope you continue to have one this week. This, I believe, is going to be our last live stream until, or our last live stream before Christmas, I should say. So we're not going to be back, I don't think, for a live stream until Saturday. This coming Saturday, we're going to be here for all of the World's End festivities. So I will be working on putting links up to that here in the next couple of days. I do have some YouTube shorts that I will drop throughout the course of the week for the holidays, but we don't have a Raw watch-along planned or Raw review planned tomorrow because Raw was already taped. We already know what happened. It's nothing special. And I think the news is going to be pretty light next week as well. So I'm just going to enjoy the holidays. I'm working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes, like setting up what we're going to do next month for the watch-alongs. I got a lot of organizational stuff I'm working on with multiple hard drives and getting everything organized here for the new year. So I'm kind of taking advantage of that right now. So I'm keeping myself busy with all of that so we can hit the ground running here in 2026. Don't forget to check Patreon. It is free to everyone. All you have to do is join. And I've got some content over there, Christmas-related videos exclusive to Patreon that are up right now. So thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. If I don't talk to you, I'm going to. I am going to send you guys messages on YouTube and on social media over the holidays, but just so I can say it here as well, I hope you guys have a great holiday, whatever it is you're celebrating. Even if you're not, religious or celebrate Christmas, I hope you're enjoying time off or you're doing something with loved ones or family or just, spending time enjoying yourself because that's what the holidays are all about. And I'm hoping you guys are all enjoying yours. So have a great holiday season. Happy holidays from me. And I'll be talking to you a little bit more this week. Like I said, over here and on social media. I love you all. And thanks again for another great year. We're almost done. Not quite. World's End coming up this weekend. And then after that, it's going to be 2026. I cannot believe it. We have thrown another year in the books here. Year number 16 coming up now on the channel. So you guys take care. Thank you so much again for being here, and I will be talking to you real soon. Happy holidays. Peace.